Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to introduce you to Griffin Labs Science Scraper agent. What does this agent do? Essentially, you can specify different variables of interest. So let's say I'm an Alzheimer's researcher, so I can just generally search for variables related to Alzheimer's. But I can also do something specific. I could search for amyloid beta plaques and see what different variables are correlated, are causally connected to amyloid beta plaques. So this agent, if I start this job now, will start searching through the internet, reading different papers and finding interactions that are finding different variables that are causally connected to amyloid beta plaques, and later create a beautiful graph like this where it puts those interactions that are found and you can visualize them nicely. I'm going to walk you through how this works, but first of all, who am I? Hi, my name is Elias Schlee, and I'm the leading or the responsible software and AI agent engineer for this project. So I'm kind of showing you my baby today that I spend a lot of time on. And yeah, let's just get into it. As you see, the job concluded. It found 24 interactions, and you can see like here, there are the interactions. Also here on the side, you can see the studies that it was found from, so we can click on a study and you can see that it found those interactions from this specific studies. Yeah, so let's just start in the login. The login, we will send you your login details, so you will get a name and a password that also is then full with a specific amount of credits. So let's log in, and the first thing you will see, usually, let's actually delete those runs that ran before. When you come in here, you will land on this page. This is the scraper page, and this is where you specify the interactions that you're interested in and where you start your jobs. Then you also have the graph view. Right now the graph is empty because I didn't run any jobs yet, where you can later look at your graphs and how things are connected. And up here you also have, of course, your name and your account. You can change your email address, your password, everything. You can log out and you can see the amount of credits that you have left. Depending on your usage, it's more or less. And here you can change between different workspaces. Right now we're in the default workspace because this is a brand new account and there's no new workspace yet. So as I already showed you, if I'm interested in my variable of interest, I put it in here. And to start the job, I just click here. Start the scraper. And I can also specify how many exactly interactions I'm interested in. So let's say 10, then it will cost 10 credits. It's 1 credit per interaction, but most of the time it finds a bit more. So yeah, if you put 5, it usually finds between 5 and 7, if you're lucky, 9 interactions. So when you start this job, you can have multiple jobs running at the same time. Let's say I'm also interested in chlorella algae supplementation. Let's just put chlorella, and let's say I'm also interested in what else here? Grip strength. I already searched for that earlier. Just random examples. So now the agent is running on all of those, and it's slowly creating the graph. You can see it already found a few things like vitamin D is supplementation, decreases POFA risk in vitamin D deficient CABG patients, and more. You can see chlorella intake decreases increases aerobic capacity. So I can actually show you right here, down here, I can make different example interventions and see what happens if I would make those interventions. So let's say I want to see what happens if I increase my chlorella intake. So I increase my chlorella intake and I apply this, and now I can see that my increasing my chlorella intake would increase my cardiac function and my aerobic capacity. And later, the more this graph grows, you will have a bigger and bigger graph with more and more steps, and it will find those steps and show it down here in the list of affected elements with the appropriate studies, even for multiple steps connections. It will show down here, and yeah, you can always click on the studies and see, let's say here, chlorella intake increases cardiac function. Remember, this is a live demo. This was just extracted. And then yeah, here you can see the study. You can check if it's actually in here. I'm quite sure it is. I tested the agent quite a bit. Of course, we're still in the building phase, but yeah, here you can also see different studies that this data is extracted from. So you can click on a study and check if the data is actually real or if you need it for your citations for the papers that you write. Another feature that we have is that like a special thing about our system is twofold. First of all, it is multi-scale. So you are not only stuck on one level. So let's say you research Alzheimer's. As I already said, you're not stuck at the protein level, for example, and can't connect to other things. No, you can really interact through different scales. So let's say a lifestyle intervention changes level of some protein, which changes the amount of a specific cell type or neuron type, which changes something else. This can be reflected in this causal graph. And so yeah, it's multi-scale. And the second thing is that our graph can update itself with new studies. So if you click this button, update graph, it will cost you 5 credits. Like right now it will not find anything, but I can just click it. So you see it's searching for new papers now. It will search for papers, newly published papers that are related to the graph and try to integrate those papers. And yeah, so it's a self-updating, multi-scale interaction graph of human intervention data. As I already said, you can also create new workspaces up here. So let's say this is my personal interest, because chlorella and vitamin D is my personal interest, workspace. I can create a new workspace, and let's say I call it, it's my my Alzheimer's workspace, and then I can create this, and then I can run new jobs here. Let's say here I'm interested in Alzheimer's, or I'm interested in amyloid beta plaques, and then I will start the scraping, and as you see, you can run now, and I can switch back to my default workspace. I can look here at the graph. Oh, you can see it grew because it also finished the grip strength stuff. Yeah, it can get really big, and I can go back to my Alzheimer's, and that one found already some interactions, and you can see here amyloid beta plaques, what it's connected with. I'm not an expert. I hope this is accurate, but we can check the studies. Let's say amyloid beta tangled in, okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is kind of what our graph can find. If you want more space, you can also do this, all of that. I hope this was a good explanation. If you want to find out more, you can check out our website at griffinlabs.com, I think. Actually, let me just put all the websites into the description, also the website for this, and or contact me directly, elias@eliasschlee.com or just eliasschlee.com. Yeah, bye-bye.